for every arrow. So it took us a while to get to the right spot. And the next picture up is like, I think that this is like a total flow diagram for the whole story mode in the Beatles and connections to the bonus system. So you can see like
this is something that all three of us touched, Chris, Sylvain, and I. Like I see bits of it that I made, and bits of it that Chris changed, and Sylvain ended up owning it. So it's like a super collaborative process.
Yeah, there are elements that Jeff Rubin, the engineer, sort of really helped redefine, and that Kevin McInnes and his UI art team really helped shape in terms of how to present the information.
Yeah, like one of the things that you learn from this is like you start with something, and then as soon as everybody gets their hands on it, it becomes way better. But maybe not exactly what you have in mind.
Next question.
When are we going to see Nickelback Rock Band? No, that's I was actually kind of curious. Whatever happened to Rock Band Japan? Are you allowed to talk about it? Is that breaking the rules? Like, I'm a huge J-Rock fanboy. I love when X Japan came to Rock Band DLC, but like, what's happening with that project?
John Drake is waving his hand out. Whether we can talk about it or not. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, don't go into detail.
Don't go into detail, okay. I love big directions like this. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, we're not working on it right now. It's on permanent hiatus.
We're not working on it right now.
So yeah, it's if you were pre-ordering it, you may want to try and get a refund on your thing. But yeah, we're not working on it right now.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. I'm Mr. Rock Band 3 and Nickelback Rock Band make it happen. How's it going?
Good.
I had a question about your mantra of innovate then perfect. How has that changed now?
It hasn't really, at least for the RB3 team. Like we've been talking about, like I said, it's the harmonics of design mantra is innovate and perfect, and like we've been working for 2 years innovating on stuff. So like it's for pretty much all of us, that's the harmonics model and the harmonics way, and that hasn't really changed for us.
I think the flow of it's a little different. Like, while I think Rock Band 2 is definitely one of the perfect titles, and Rock Band 3 is definitely going to be an innovate title. And Beatles in its way was kind of a mix of the two. There was a lot that was built pretty directly on what we've done, but there were key things like Dreamscapes and vocal harmonies where we wanted to really innovate. So
what was great about those is that those like the Dreamscapes and harmonies, which were new features, those came from the music. Those were things like we couldn't do a Beatles game without harmonies. Yeah. It would be insane. So like we weren't like, oh, we have to innovate. We were like, what fits this artist the best?
Well, yeah, I think with an artist game, it's really trying to do right by the band, because in those cases you actually have those guys that are hoping that you do right by them, so you keep them in mind. And yeah, all those features were solving problems. Like game without harmonies was not going to be good. A game where you shove them in fake venues while they weren't touring would be dumb, and so that just drove us to come up with really cool new solutions.
Thanks.
We've got about 5 minutes right now.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, and I love you guys. And,
love you too.
And I have a few questions. First, why are your drums so weak, and why do they break so easily?
Why do you guys have so many complaints about the drums?
Why is your foot so heavy? Why are your hands so heavy?
Because the pads themselves are great. But my second question is, when are you going to make more than 5 buttons on the guitar? Because this is way too easy at this point.
There's 10 buttons on our guitar right now.
And you thought of putting multiple rows of buttons also to make it kind of more difficult.
I don't think people are looking for more buttons on a guitar. Like it's. I mean, to be completely blunt, like we don't want to add gimmicky stuff to our game, and like adding a 6th fret or anything like that. Like that's, like it's not the kind of thing we want to encourage in a party experience. Like we already have like a really low amount of expert players. Like I think we're low single digits of people who play expert anyway. So like that ramp for us is like we wanted people to feel like they're playing music, and so like with our current model, I think we've done a pretty good job with that. And I think the kind of changes we'd want to make to that model are more trying to encourage people to feel like they're playing music.
Yeah, I mean the key thing with the core game is that all these guitars are out there. you know, people have them, some have 5, some have 10, and trying to just slap on another button to make it challenging for some people really would then fragment the market in a way that's not really useful to us. We want to let everyone be able to have the experience.
No, that makes sense.
I still love you.
I love you too, man. And then I'm more, like I said, I guess you could figure, but I'm more of a fast-paced player. So when I heard he came out with Rock Band Green Day, I was kind of disappointed. So when you can come up with something for us experts and
Those Green Day songs are so hard, dude.
Yeah, some of them are pretty rough.
I don't know how many of you saw the footage from GDC, but when we debuted Rock Band Green Day with an all-harmonics band, they failed out. Because the songs are really hard.
Especially the drum parts, like they're insane. I think you'll be surprised at how difficult this stuff is. I'm not an expert.
Drum parts are a shop record, definitely. And also, I mean, the great thing I like about Green Day is that you can actually play it like the band, like 3 people, everyone with an instrument, you know, 2 of them singing most of the time, occasionally a third. And that's a good way to get a challenge. But I mean, honestly, we follow the music. Like, if the notes aren't there, we're not going to author them, and that's a really important priority to us.
There's some good challenging bands in Rock Band Network. Like that is going to be a spot where you're going to see a lot of that stuff. I think.
Rock Band what? What was it?
Network.
Rock Band Network. Do you know what this is?
I actually have not.
Who here knows about Rock Band Network?
I'm just trying to make you feel bad.
You've changed.
One of you should know you.
Somebody fill him in.
Yeah, one of you has to explain it to him.
You always should go down to the booth downstairs.
After the questions, probably.
It's Xbox. It's Xbox.
Gotta keep moving.
Thank you so much. We're running out of time.
Yeah, I think we have time for like 2 more questions, and then we have a farewell video.
Yeah, and like, I don't know about you guys, but I'll hang out outside because I don't think we're going to get to everyone in line. But
Yeah,
if
I'll
people
hang out
have
too.
questions for us, we'll hang out outside.
I'll hang out, but Drake will have me in a headlock.
Don't talk to Chris.
Guys, I just want to say, first of all, I've been playing harmonics games since Amplitude and Frequency.
Me too. I wasn't around for those games, but I played the hell out of them. It's awesome.
And the fact that my band Jesus Candy has a song coming out on Rock Band Network, we're in the final testing stages. Please buy it. It's a dream come true. Thank you so much. My main question though is, have you considered, this is kind of weird, but with the 3D TVs coming out, is there a possibility for a patch, or how difficult would it be for you to make Rock Band 3 or 2 compatible with notes flying at you and almost we're going to be throwing a towel in there and trying to catch him and learn what to do. But is that something you guys would consider? I mean, I don't know how difficult that would be to do.
Where did you hear about that?
Please do it.
We actually want to get an upgrade to the stage kit that throws little gems at you. So it's like negative reinforcement.
I think this is an excuse for me to play the Josh Crazy video.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, like, to answer with something that's completely semi-related, so, like, there's a lot of, like, motion control, Natal, like, camera stuff. So we did this thing in karaoke that I don't think many people notice, which is, like, face capture, so you can put your face in the game, which is kind of a lot of the stuff Natal has. And there's this video of our creative director at Harmonix, which is amazing, that I think people should see for his embarrassment.
Oh my god.
Thanks, man.
Last question.
Design question. Rock Band is obviously, there's a lot that people play at home. Do you take any design consideration, or do you have any design notes of when Rock Band is played in public, like a bar or by charity venue out in San Francisco?
What a great segue for Casey Malone.
Hey guys, how many of you people are local? What are you doing the 3rd Thursday of every month? At Improv Boston in Cambridge, they have a Rock Band night, which is like we go to every month, and it's completely awesome. And like, as someone who spends most of my time making the game, like that's pretty much the only way I play it is like in public. It's a totally different experience because people like are less focused on like actual gameplay and they're more focused on performance and like do you get we should show the Windhammer video. But we have a guy who works for us named Rob Weichert, aka the Windhammer, and he's the Pennsylvania air guitar champion.